What is up? Jonathan here, and this Saturday, the highly anticipated and historic UFC 300 is going down. And with so many massive fights on this card, we wanted to do a UFC 300 fact or fiction, an interesting topic of each fight, and we say whether it's fact or fiction. If you like MMA content like this, just 2 easy things that I need you to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. That's it. So without further ado, this is UFC 300, fact or fiction. Let's get to it. Deiveson Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt. The winner is 1 fight away from a title shot.
I'm going to say fiction. Where's Fig ranked? 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't been in the weight class long enough. And both these guys are going to have to wait regardless. Basically just wrong timing.
I'm going to go fact.
Why?
I'm going to go fact as in, like, all these other guys have fought each other that are close, other than, obviously, you know, Merab and Sandhagen and all that shit. But I think that if, say, Fig beats Garbrandt, he goes up, he fights one of those guys up top. If he were to fight Sandhagen or something, and somehow he beats Sandhagen, he's the next guy in line. You know, depending on whoever's for the belt. After O'Malley and Merab fight, that's actually the next title fight. But they're going to get a title shot after that if they just win one more big one.
Where's Cody even at?
Unranked.
Exactly.
He's unranked.
And he's got and one more after this win, no shot. I wouldn't put it past the UFC to do some stupid shit like that. I just think it's undeserving. He's definitely on his way back up, I think. After that, however many 4 fights, kid? 4? Or was it 3? 3? All knockouts, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do like Fig at the heavier weight class, but too soon for him. But he's kind of running out of time, in my opinion.
I'm also going to go fiction, although I think it really comes down to the Corey and Umar fight. I think if Corey beats Umar, then we're going to have Sean and Merab fighting for the belt. And then we got to have the winner of that fight, Corey. That could be a whole year 8 up right there. And then you're going to have probably the winner of the Cody Fig fight, Jan, Cheeto, all these guys kind of like having to figure it out from there. And I just don't, like you said, Dylan, the timing, I just don't see working out to get 2 title fights in the time that the winner of this would only fight once, unless they just wait.
If Sean keeps winning, I know this is off topic, but if he keeps winning, how active is he going to be?
That's the thing. I think he kind of wants a break right now.
Right.
Now, if Umar wins, I think that makes it a little more interesting.
Yeah.
Because then you got Umar, Jan, Cheeto, and the winner of this fight in a little 4-man tournament.
Let's bring that back.
Yeah. Well, Bobby Green versus Jim Miller. If Jim loses this fight, does he retire?
Fiction as fuck. For one, he's not going to lose. Let's say hypothetically he does. I think even at his age, he's proven he's got plenty of gas left in the tank, and he will want to go out off of a high note.
Honestly, this one I'm not going to put... It's hard to say, you know, put it as fact. But I kind of leaning towards that. If he were to lose, he could be the only guy that fought on 100, 200, 300. And, you know, say, I've had a hell of a career.
Now, if
I'm not fighting any big names anymore.
If he wins, I think maybe on 300, he fought in all 3 of them, maybe. But definitely not a loss, not in my opinion.
I just think that even with, you know, I could see it win as well, but with a loss, like, you're 40 years old. You're not fighting any big names anymore. Sure, you got a little bit left in the tank, but...
Dude, he's looked damn good.
Yeah, but against nobodies.
Hold on. Gabriel Benitez? That's a reputable name. Jesse Butler?
Oh my god.
That was literally 1 day notice.
Yeah.
And he murdered his head.
Yeah, he killed him.
Yeah.
Like he was supposed to do.
No, Jim Miller was not.
Miller was supposed to kill the 1 day notice guy, yes. You would take Jim Miller over any one-day notice?
Of course, but no one expected him to walk off knockout 23 seconds.
No, not sure. Maybe
I'm just
not
saying
that.
he is.
But he was supposed to kick his ass.
He is exceeding where anyone thought he would be at this point in his career.
Okay, so
he's fought for 40.
Look at those 4 years canceled fights right there. Those 2 fights. How do you think those fare?
Klein was sick and Gordon was hurt.
No, how do you think those fare if Jim fights him?
I think he beats them both. Flash Gordon, come on. Old man Jim fucks him up.
I like Klein against him a lot.
I think
now,
Klein
I was going to
beats
say,
Jim Miller.
I'm not too confident with Klein, but Flash, dude?
Yeah, Flash is...
Jared Gordon's getting out of there.
I don't know. I think that one could be tough for him, too.
No. Did you see? No. Nope.
I'm also going to go fiction just because I don't... He's still hanging in here with these guys.
Right.
No, that's why I'm saying I don't... It's hard to go
now,
just straight fact.
If he was on a big losing streak... And this was just his fight to be like, okay, I fought on 1, 2, and 300, and he loses. Then he would definitely hang it up. But he's coming off 2 wins for fuck's sake, and he's won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of his last 6.
Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. The winner will fight for a title at some point.
I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards fact because, especially if Andrade wins. If Andrade goes out there and KOs Marina. I think she's right back in title contention.
You think so? Can we pull up?
Although,
yeah,
I think it's she's older and stuff, but she's up there. She could challenge for another one, depending on how the title fight goes in that division and everything. Depending on who she goes against. Obviously, she's fought a bunch of these people up there, but. I think if she wins, it's more realistic for her to go up, in my opinion.
I don't want to say fiction 100% because, like Chad said, Andrade could potentially get back up there. I know she was striking against Mackenzie Dern, but her hands look pretty damn good, and she's still only 32. God, I feel like she's been in the UFC forever.
Had a lot of fights.
I'm not gonna say fiction, but I'm not gonna say fact.
You gotta say one.
I mean, fuck, man. It's hard to say. If Tatiana ever fights, she's going to be the champ, in my opinion.
Oh, I think a lot of us picked her.
And Andrade has a loss to her.
Yeah, he's already lost to her.
I want to lean fact, but I'm going to go fiction. That's a lot of heavy hitters up there.
I'm going to go fact.
Which one? Who's going to do it?
I think Marina. I mean, I'm picking Marina to win, but...
She's 36.
I know. But this Lemos fight was basically a title eliminator because Lemos went on to fight for the belt.
Yeah.
And this division, you got Weili and Yan right now, and then Tatiana's right there. But other than that, I mean, Crazy Eyes, I guess she's kind of killing it. But I don't know. I feel like once this Tatiana or this Weili and Yan fight plays out and you get Tatiana in there.
Who's going to knock off Weili, though?
That kind of, probably maybe Tatiana.
I got you.
But I think it opens up after that because Lemos has fought Weili. Andrade just fought Tatiana and Weili. So it kind of opens up from there. So I'm gonna say fact. I'm not gonna plant my flag on it's gonna be Marina.
You're not gonna take it to the bank.
But I'm gonna say fact that one of them will fight for the belt at some point.
Agreed.
All right, Jalin Turner, Money Moicano. The fight will get past the first round.
Fact. How many first round knockouts does Moicano and Turner have combined? Or just knockouts in general, that's fine. Okay, Jalen's only got 10. Moicano has 0 and 3 losses by knockout. I don't know. I just feel like Jalin, I think he's going to go in there and take his time and just play the long game and just do his thing. I don't think he's going to go in there for the quick kill.
Chad?
I think fact. I think Jalin gets it done in the first round. I love them both, but I'm a big tarantula guy, and that guy's
It'd be awesome
crispy,
if he did.
and he got fucked on 2 fights.
Is the Hangman one?
Yes. And the Gamrot.
Yeah, dude. I want that to be run back.
Yeah.
I'm going to say fiction, but only because I think Moicano's going to want to wrestle a lot.
Oh,
So he'll survive that way. The reason I put this one on here is because this Fiziev fight, I feel like this fight could go pretty similar to that, where Jalin just knocks him out on the feet. And this one lasted 4 minutes 5 seconds, so that's why I kind of put it at a round. But in the Dober fight, Moicano really leaned into the wrestling a lot, and I think he can maybe survive a round with Jalin purely based off that.
I agree,
but I think Jalin will knock him out at some point.
Also agree.
Sodiq Yusuff versus Diego Lopes. In Diego Lopez's UFC career, he will have more than 6 submission wins, which would, at the time of the recording, put him at first all time. Charles Oliveira in featherweight history.
I'm going fiction.
You don't think he'll have?
How old is Lopez again? I know he's young-ish. He's already 29. Fiction. These guys are everybody's too good now. Everybody's too good. Oliveira fought back in the olden days.
Yeah.
Where you can kind of get away with being super slick on the ground. But I think anymore, man, these guys are... Anytime you see a sub nowadays, it's from a guy getting rocked. You know, you hardly see like a super slick setup off their back or, some crazy shit.
I'm going fact.
He's got to get 5 more guys.
I think he can.
And Oliveira's not retired.
I think he can do it.
He's not a featherweight anymore, though. This is just featherweights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still.
I think he can do it.
He's 5.
I think he can do it. Kid's slick.
I hope he can. I really like him.
He's young. Not necessarily the youngest, but he's still... Kid's slick with it. And we saw that in the Evelev fight. He almost had Evelev out of there on a short notice. That shows you how good this kid's going to be. I don't know. I'm a big fan of him. I think he's talented as all fuck. So I think he can do it. Records are meant to be broken.
I'm also going to go fact. I mean, obviously, the harder the competition, the harder it's going to be. But I do think he'll have quite a few club and subs. I think he's going to hurt people on the feet and then snatch their neck up.
Let's say he fights 10 times in the next 5 years. That'll put him at 34. Half of those got to be submission wins.
Yeah.
That's a tall task.
Yeah, but then past 34, he'll kind of be, maybe he'll lose a couple and they'll start giving him easy fights. And then they'll start just choking everybody out.
And 10 times in 5 years, that's a lot of fighting.
Yeah,
that's twice a year.
That used to be normal, but
right.
Not really anymore. Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison. If Kayla Harrison wins, she fights for the title next.
Fiction. You can't skyrocket her to the top that quick. Although I will say this is a pretty soft division. So I just don't know if like star power alone gets you that far after beating the number 5. And Holly's what, 41, 2? Could Kayla beat the current champ? I think so. But I don't think that's deserving of beating a 42-year-old Holly Holm to an immediate title shot. So I'm staying with fiction.
I say fact.
That's insanity.
Star power, big name, twist up the division. If she comes out and starches Holly Holm, like just manhandles her, can't do anything. That changes up that whole division, especially with Tainted Meat Silva and Stupid Pena. Kayla Harrison's just bigger star, bigger name. She's gonna bring more dollars. And I would almost guarantee they give her a title shot if she comes out and starches Holly Holm.
I think if she wins, I could see making her do one more and then the title. That's how I would want to do it.
I'm gonna say fiction, only because she's never cut to 135, and I think that's the type of thing.
Oh, dude,
that's gonna take it. She can't just turn around quick. And Raquel fought like months ago now,
right?
So she's kind of probably getting ready to go again.
Doesn't she walk it like she probably walks around 200 pounds? This chick, she's massive.
She did judo shit at like 172.
Yes, she is a giant woman.
I guess, I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I guess maybe Raquel could fight like Juliana before Kayla would be ready.
Mhm.
So maybe,
you would. That fight would have to. happen
The question
before.
was, is she going to be a title shot after she beats Holly Holm? If she beats
like
Holly
her
Holm.
next,
not the her next fight.
yeah,
Yeah.
Kayla's next fight.
Right.
Kayla's next fight will be
I
a
still
title
say
shot.
no.
You know, I'm gonna change the fact. I think.
No shot.
Yeah, because I think that there's gonna be some stuff play out before she's ready to go again, and then I think, and this, like you said, this division's pretty soft.
I think it'd have to be a freak like. No, it couldn't be a last minute deal because she has to take a year to cut the weight.
Yeah. I mean, if she beats Holly, she obviously is number 5 now, so she's right there.
Mhm.
I don't see the stars aligning for that. I will say that she does have that on her side, is that it's a fucking weak division, in my opinion. I mean, 42-year-old Holly Holm is still 5. And Miesha Tate, who just decided to make a comeback, is number 7.
Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling. Aljamain Sterling will hit more than 24% of his takedowns in this fight. And the reason that this is on here is because his takedown average in the UFC is 24%. So will he hit more than 24% of his takedowns in this fight?
I'm leaning fact. But like we said before, Kattar's defense is pretty solid.
He averages almost 2 takedowns per match.
It
Should be 2 a fight.
Yeah. Chad?
But he could use 2 to... He could be 2 out of 10.
Right.
I'm going to say fiction.
Yeah, fiction. I don't think he gets past.
It depends on if he wants to be an asshole and try to strike with Kattar, which I think he's going to quickly find out he doesn't want to do.
It's not going to be fun for him, I don't think. It's going to be harder than... Obviously, Aljo, with this takedown percentage, he's a guy through attrition. He's just going to keep coming and takedown after takedown after takedown, just attempt after attempt.
I also feel like he only lands 2, just under 2 per fight, but once he gets people down, he usually keeps them there for a while.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why that number is pretty low as well. He just
he
morphs into a backpack.
Yeah.
And just stays there.
I'm gonna go fiction as well. Mainly because you can't really trust Aljo to get after him with the wrestling early. I feel like every time he fights, we're like, if he gets after the wrestling early, gets these guys a little tired, he can take over late. Never does it.
Mm-hmm.
He plays around with them on the feet for like a round and a half. And also, Kattar is not a guy that's gonna like take big risks on the feet. Like, he's gonna stay over his feet. He's gonna use good footwork.
Oh yeah.
And not open himself up for like an easy takedown.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's going to make them all difficult, and his percentage is 91%. So
That's pretty crazy.
fiction. All right, Jiri Prochazka versus Aleksander Rakic. The winner of this fight's next fight will be for the belt.
I don't see a reason why they would run this fight back between Jamahal and Alex, regardless of who wins. So that's definitely on their side. I think if
Jiri just fought for the belt.
there is that, I just don't see anyone passing up Ankalaev for that shot. And is Rakic, can they build like a title challenger out of him? Like, as far as like popularity, like ticket sales type shit?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
you know what I mean?
He is from, like, he's from Serbia, trains in Austria. He's kind of got like he's from a country that's not real represented in the UFC. There's not, couldn't name another Serbian or another Austrian.
They could go that route, first Serbian champ.
Yeah, and like,
I'm assuming there's not been another
I'm sure
one.
he's pretty popular in that part of the world.
Right. I feel like as far as like the general UFC fan is concerned, a lot of people probably don't know Aleksander Rakic.
But I think you could probably say the same thing about Ankalaev.
That's another good point. I'm biased with Ankalaev because I really like him.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna say fiction for now.
Chad?
I'm gonna go fact. Only because I think Rakic is going to knock out Jiri.
I can see that.
I think it happens in the second round, maybe late second round. And if he does knock out Jiri, then they're gonna give him a title shot.
I could, if it is spectacular fashion, maybe. But he's got to jump Ankalaev.
Yeah. Well, he would. I mean, he'd
Right.
probably go to 2. I'm gonna go. I'm so torn on this one. I'm gonna go fact as well. I don't think the UFC are big fans of Ankalaev. He's complained in the past about
him
shit.
in the Yan fight was not very good.
No.
Yeah.
I think, like you were saying, Chad, if Rakic wins, I think no matter who wins the main event, it's him next.
Yeah.
If Jiri wins,
who does he fight down again?
And Jamahal wins, he for sure I think would be next.
Right.
If Alex wins, it gets a little tougher, but I'm gonna say fact.
You guys might be swaying me on that. I didn't think about if Jamahal Hill wins. I don't see that happening.
Well,
but
no, me neither.
if it does, that would make sense to throw Jiri back up there.
Yeah. Bo Nickal, Cody Brundage. This fight will last more than 1.5 rounds.
No.
Is that fiction?
It's fiction.
You think Bo gets him out of there?
Bo
in
gets
under
him
a
out
round
of-
and a half?
Yeah.
I'll go fact as well. I'll go fact. Bo's getting a little comfy with the hands. He's kind of picking up on it pretty fucking quick, seems like. And of course, he's got the wrestling, and maybe he can finish that way. Quick sub or something, maybe. I don't know. Club and sub.
I'm also gonna go fact. I really think Bo could hurt him with the hands.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, he can just maul him on the mat. I don't.
And Bo is like confident as fuck in himself.
Yeah.
I
mean,
mean,
it
Cody's
seems
got
like
power. But
it seems like Bo. He's putting in the work and doing the shit the right way. I think he's got all the skills to make some noise in this division, and Cody Brundage is not a guy that can really test him, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I was. Until Bo really gets a name that we're like, oh shit, I think he's just going to steamroll through everybody.
Charles Oliveira versus Arman Tsarukyan. The winner of this fight will have to fight again before getting a title shot.
It's not been confirmed that Dustin's getting a title shot, right?
No,
it's just in the talks.
Yeah, it hasn't been signed, I don't think.
They both have said let's do it or something, but
Charles has already fought and lost.
But that was booked again. He cut his eye.
And that's when we all. I'm not even going to talk about it. Gaethje is fighting Max. I don't see him throwing Tsarukyan up there. I mean, I guess he will be taking out the number one guy though.
Yeah.
I want my fact to be that Dustin beats Islam, and then we're talking about that.
I'm gonna say fact that they're gonna have to because of just the way Islam is, and if they obviously if the winner of this fight should probably get it, obviously before Dustin Poirier does. Gaethje should get it before Poirier does, but I just don't see it happening that way. So I think these guys are gonna have to fight.
Who do they fight if either one of them wins?
I think I was putting it is if, say, it could happen, Poirier does fight Islam because that is a big money fight. Islam's going to want to do some money fights now. He probably doesn't want to fight Tsarukyan again because that was a close fight. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and it probably doesn't have a whole lot of, dollar bills on there. But I think that if they fight, or if they win, whoever wins this fight fights the winner of Justin and Islam.
Dustin and Islam.
That's if Justin were to fight Islam's, say they fight in June. I think that's when they were talking
For Islam
and Dustin. If they were to fight,
right,
they would probably take a few months break.
So you're saying Oliveira or Tsarukyan fights Justin Gaethje?
No, they fight the winner of Justin and Islam. I think Justin.
They're already talking Justin Islam even after or even before he's fighting.
Justin should be because of he's not going to because he's fighting Max.
That's
right?
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, he's fighting Max, so there's going to be a little bit of a layoff. But the way Islam is, he's going to pick and choose when he wants to fight. He's not going to take who he should fight. He's going to pick and choose whenever, and then there's some special holiday he's got to celebrate or something and can't fight. But
so basically, you're saying fact via shit show.
It essentially is what it's at right now.
Yeah, that whole division.
I was saying it in the way that the way I think it should play out. That the winner of this fight should fight the winner of Justin and Islam. Like Justin and Max fighting, it sucks. It's obviously a cool fight, but it sucks that they are fighting. Justin should be fighting Islam.
And we're all forgetting if Conor ever comes back. Because if he comes back and wins, he's getting a title shot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If that fucking happens, then holy shit.
That will put the whole division at a fucking standstill.
Yeah, I'm going fact. I mean, Islam's, he's already talked about, after he beat Volk, he talked about fighting Leon. He's already mentioned that. Mm-hmm. He wants a super fight. Gaethje, obviously there. And I personally am picking Arman in this, and I think if Arman wins, that's tougher for them to give him a title shot next. Mm-hmm. If Charles wins, he has a better case, I think. But
for sure.
Oh yeah, if Charles wins, I mean, fuck, they had it booked for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but I still think Islam's gonna want to fight Leon, and like you were saying, take 8-9 months off.
I think Islam fights once or twice more and pieces out.
Which is just shit.
I really think he will. Dude, how many times did Khabib defend? Like 3? 4?
Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. If Max wins, he stays at lightweight permanently.
No shot. He's just too small. Fiction. And he's going to lose even more brain cells and get more brain damage from Justin Gaethje. I'm honestly... Maybe I'm counting him out way too early and I'm not giving him enough credit. I just see Justin just punishing his head. We all know Max is slick with his hands, but goddamn, the guy gets beat up.
Yeah.
Most significant strikes absorbed.
Oh yeah.
Record holder.
Yep.
That's not a good record. Going up a weight class, fighting one of the heaviest hitters in the weight class.
I think no, Max wants that belt back. And especially if Topuria beats Volk again, he's going to want to challenge Topuria for the belt and get back there. And
that's not a for sure thing, though, either, is it?
It hasn't been like
Topuria
said,
Volk.
but Volk wants it. Like Volk wants it.
I don't see him setting that up either.
Yeah, I'm going to say fiction as well. Although I think size-wise, like he's looking big right now.
Max,
yeah, like he filled out more.
I will say for their face-off, he was, I mean, at least even height, if not a little taller than Gaethje.
I think if he knocks out Justin, I think he's tempted to maybe stay.
God, you think? Dude?
Those weight cuts.
Do you want to stick around with all those fucking guys?
I know, but those weight cuts have never been fun.
Yeah,
for him.
That's true too. He's always kind of not struggled with it.
I mean, shit. When he was trying to fight Khabib, he had a hard time cutting to 55. So.
And the Bisping interview thing. Yeah. Bisping's like, "Hey, you're fucked up," and he can't hardly talk, and he's like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah.
What'd you say though?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go fiction. I think. Yeah. Topuria winning kind of opens things up for him at featherweight.
Yeah,
so.
If he's belt chasing 45, if Volk for whatever reason ends up with it, I still don't think they can run that back, no matter how many times Max were to win.
Weili Zhang versus Yan Xiaonan. If Yan Xiaonan wins, Weili gets an immediate rematch.
Fact. She's the champ down there. She deserves it.
God.
I'm going fiction. I think Tatiana's waiting there in the shadows.
Okay. If Tatiana's ready to go and actually fights and doesn't take 6 years off again, maybe they give it a further shot. I'm still going fact though. That's the only way she does know if Tatiana squeezes in there somehow.
I'm gonna go fact as well, but yeah, if Yan wins, I think the UFC's eyes are lighting up. Like, okay, we got Tatiana. Good matchup.
I feel like for you to get a title shot, you got to be active as a motherfucker.
I mean, she was supposed to fight Lemos last and pulled out of that one.
Right.
Andrade.
She beat Andrade. How many months ago was that? 8 months?
She's fought twice since the layoff.
Yeah. I don't think that's enough, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I still think she makes the most sense out of everyone else to pick from.
Yeah, I think fact. But I think they run it back if Yan wins, especially because it's 2 Chinese fighters, and that's a big deal in China. Yeah. I think that helps. Main event: Alex Pereira versus Jamahal Hill. The winner of this fight will go on to defend the belt at least twice after this.
Okay. I'm going to say fact. Pereira's going to beat Jamahal. The only one that makes me nervous is Ankalaev and possibly Rakic. But I think he's capable of beating both those guys. I'm going to stick with fact. Jamahal Hill, even if he does beat Pereira, someone's going to knock him off. I don't see him defending it twice.
Chad?
I'm going to go fiction. They're not going to defend it twice.
Who beats Pereira if he beats Jamahal Hill?
If they... Let's see. I think if Alex wins, he defends it once. And probably if he loses, which I think he loses to Ankalaev or Rakic.
Those are the two ones that worry me.
And if he loses, he goes up to heavyweight.
I was kind of had the same thought. I wouldn't mind seeing him go up there either.
Jamahal, who I think is going to knock out Pereira.
What?
If he wins, he defends it once, and he loses to Ankalaev or Rakic. So I don't think they're going to defend it twice.
I'm going to bet you on that fight.
On the Pereira fight?
Yep. I don't see Jamahal fucking... There is no way. I mean, there is a way, but I just don't see it.
He's got a gigantic head.
He does.
So, title fight wins all time at light heavyweight is John Jones at 14, and the next closest is 5. So this would put Pereira at 2.
Jesus.
That's 2 more after that. That just doesn't really... I mean, it's literally Chuck at 5, DC at 4, Randy at 3, Tito at 3. I mean, this division, people don't really defend the belt that long. So I'm going to go fiction. Because... And I don't know exactly how it all is going to play out with Pereira, Hill, and Jiri, Rakic, but I know...
How old's Pereira, though? I might be going fiction.
All of the top 5 in this weight class are tough dudes. Like I can see all these guys beating each other.
I mean, even if Pereira were to win this one and another one, I mean, that's just a lot of time in between fights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's in his mid-30s. He's got to be 35, 36, right? I should know this.
36.
30. Yeah, fuck. I'm going with you guys. I'm flipping. I'm going fiction.
Yeah. It's tough to defend the belt.
It is, dude.
I mean, that would be 3 defenses, 4 wins.
I mean, Chuck Liddell is one of the names in that fucking...
yeah.
that weight division.
5 title fight wins.
And that's second.
Yeah. 14 for Jones, 5 for Chuck.
God, dude.
It's nuts.
Look at all the 1. That's insane.
Hey, look, Jamahal Hill.
And it's only getting harder.
Yeah. This division's tough right now.
Yeah.
There you have it. UFC 300, fact or fiction. Let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. One more sleep.